Hi everyone, yes, it's been a while. I was supposed to start making a few videos here and there at the start of Legion, but here we are. Pre-patch is on its way and Blizzard did something today. First of all, imagine making videos like these. Imagine making videos about relics of the past. And imagine Blizzard nerfing this shuffle that people are intended to do. First of all, something you need to know. Something you need to know. I am not totally against vendor shuffles. Like, I know multi-boxers do vendor shuffles just to get their raw gold from all the stuff they obtained because, well, otherwise you're gonna overflow the auction house and everything will be dirt cheap. And in the end, using a vendor shuffle will gain you more profit than actually using the auction house to sell off these items. So as you were able to read on Wowhead, Relics of the Past system intended to scale crafted items from 1 to 50 in the Shadowlands Pre-Patch was also found to be a source of gold through vendor flipping. However, there have been some balancing issues as we covered earlier today with monk staffs and enchanting wands. Now, Wowhead covered it earlier today, but it was longer known that the monk staffs were actually killing the system. So Blizzard decided not to nerf it, but actually kill the system. Now, my best guess is that Blizzard never intended to make sure it was a viable vendor shuffle because they want people to use the auction house, and I guess they wanted to make the professions more attractive, more usable. Also in expansion number 8, so the 9th into the whole gaming series, including vanilla, because now an additional 125 gold is going into these items, which makes able to vendor shuffle it. It kind of destroys it, so you're not able to do that anymore. I think the biggest intention of Blizzard is actually that they wanted to make old professions attractive, make old stuff into the game more attractive. Like, who's going to farm cloth or leather from older expansions except when they craft into something that is still worth your while. Like, let's say ghost iron, or people still use it for sky golems and all of the engineering mounts. Living steel transmutation is needed for all of those, including the panthers, stuff like that. A few transmog items, legendaries, Sulfurion's hammer, and so on and so on. But all the rest kind of was obsolete. And before they switched up the whole profession system back in Legion, because before Legion you needed to or it was in Legion, you needed to have your entire skill capped. From every expansion it was counting upwards. Now you have to do 300 for vanilla and then 75 for every other expansion. Going up till, I don't know what current skill is in BFA, in BFA, 175-ish something. Now, before they switched up the system, all of these old items were fairly common, used for everything, because everyone was leveling up all of these professions. So there was a lot of gold gained through the old professions, which was now a lot less, except for a few transmog items and a few usable items such as pets, mounts, and toys. Fairly just that. Maybe a few old bags, But then you can see people using all of the things that wanted to collect everything, and then you sell some shirts, and then you sell some old armor. But in this way, Blizzard, I think Blizzard intended to use this as in making it viable to level with this gear, old gear, cheap to craft. Except for the high-end stuff from every expansion, which is using primals and other essences and Eternals and Spirits of Harmony and stuff like that, so you can ignore that. But to make it more viable to use, so we can see a whole crossover section of people using a lot of stuff, applying a relic. I think there is a a Reddit post of some items that could be viable for Twinks, weapons and gear with an on-use effect, which could be really cool. Um, Now, a best example, we got Samadan here. He made a good video about Relics of the Past because he thought, well, okay, this is a good vendor shuffle. But not only that, also the good use through the system, like using these items. I was very excited to see what was going to sell if you apply a Relic of the Past. There's going to be a lot of variations into the game from all these types of gear, which will be very. I was excited to see what was going to happen on the auction house, because I gotta tell you, well, if you follow me and you watch me on stream, I got 4 servers that I actually have almost all armor crafters on. Like, I sell a lot of legacy, which is not latest expansion, so everything from vanilla to Legion, I almost have all those professions maxed out on 4 servers. Like, this is a lot of gold generated through that method that I use. And I was excited to see what the Relic of the Past was going to impact my sales on the servers I have with 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 the scaling of these items. Like, I was genuinely excited. I am never I have never done any of the vendor shuffles before. So I didn't do the Umbral Wand, I didn't do the Tide Spray Pants. The only shuffles I actually did was just the Tide Spray shuffle into Expulsum. Stuff like that that would generate me items to put on the auction house. That's the kind of thing I was going for. So I wasn't a great fan of using the relic system into raw gold vendoring. Because I would just sit on my ass all day crafting, instead of exploring and doing stuff in the game. That, for me, the whole PvE section is something I also greatly enjoy as a raider, somebody who's doing Mythic Plus dungeons. So yeah, to all the people who invested a lot of gold beforehand, I know for every expansion, oh, watch out for this. I'm like, every expansion, it's always the same. Oh, look, pay attention. These items are going to be worth your while. For a lot of items, that's correct. Like, if you do like Goblin Glider kits, every damn expansion the same because you can't fly from the start. Sky Golems, also the same damn thing because it's good for gathering. Now also keep an eye on mount equipment. Like, people coming back still need mount equipment, and so on and so on and so on. And also for leveling, a few of the older enchants will still be viable. You can see a lot of heirloom enchants recommended, armor kits, essences to upgrade items and stuff like that. People buy those, still buy those. So for every profession, there's a niche where you can sell items that you didn't expect that people were actually buying, just because somebody did a post like, hey, you want to increase your leveling speed, buy those and that item. And people do it. Don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. When is it worth to invest before content actually releases? I think the best example during Legion was just before the final patch, where you needed a lot of gems to unlock your jewel crafting quest. Then you could see gem market was booming. Same with the uncanny staff coming in at patch 8.2.5. Asherine and Sage Agate, if I recall correctly. Those were booming gems. That's something to keep and to pay attention for. Something like that. It's always a risk if you buy items beforehand, especially testing things that are still on beta. Like, a lot of people jumped on it, and for me, it was expected for Blizzard to nerf it. Simple. So I wanted to keep this video short. I'm kind of happy they nerfed the vendor flip with Relics of the Past. My opinion, it shouldn't be killed, but it was too overpowered. It was too profitable. They didn't need to kill it for me. They could nerf it, keep the profit low. Like, if that is your way to make gold, okay, I'm fine by that. It's not my method. But if it's your method, why not? Why not? Use everything you have to make the gold you set out to make. Yeah, too bad it got killed. I'm happy and I'm sad. I'm sad for everyone who made such great investments. And I'm happy because, well, it was too overpowered. It's just simply that. Okay, so yeah, pre-patch is on its way. Shadowlands is on its way. As soon as Shadowlands drops, you could expect more videos from me. For now, I'm gonna keep it on a low. If you want to know more about me or about my TSM profile that I set up, I am going to update it with every new content available, because that's a question I receive on a daily basis, basically. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Watch and check out for the Discord link below, and my Twitch link as well, where you can find me at the moment every Friday, and more frequently when new content arrives. So thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have fun making all that gold. Bye bye.